room. I'm not mad at myself. Two robes, one person. Okay. Ooh, I got a bathtub. Oh, I got a private toilet. Lovely. Cool little view. Okay. And this is supposed to be a double king bed. Fit for a queen. Sorry guys. Did I go too fast with the bathroom? Here you go. Okay, curtains opening by themselves. I like the technology. part 2. This is at Bally's Resort. Not as nice as you can see, but it's all good. I'm only gonna be here for a second, literally like, what, 2-3 hours I'm gonna be here before I head back to the airport. And I just wanted to make sure that I had the chance to catch up on some rest if needed, and to just sit back, chill, have my champagne, shower if necessary. Don't ask me why I have 2 beds in here. Definitely just ordered the king, 1 king. And this is crazy because like somebody could have really utilized this room. Unlike me using it for 2 hours, but whatever. This is the views. Woo-wee! All right. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like, to comment, and subscribe, okay you guys? So I'm back with another travel vlog. I know how you guys like that one. Please go check out my Arizona day trip video. I noticed that one didn't get as many views, but it's really good. I really enjoyed that trip to Arizona, and I gave you guys some good information about it if you guys happen to go to Vegas and want to travel over there, or just if you want to take a trip to the Grand Canyon or the Hoover Dam, or just Arizona to explore the other canyons and nature and everything that they have to offer. So yes, that video is up. Go check it out, okay? But this video, we are going to be focusing on my trip to Las Vegas, my solo trip to Las Vegas at that, okay? So I went to celebrate, and I wanted to go alone. Of course, that's my favorite way to travel. And honestly, I didn't think twice about it. I know a lot of people, once they saw me out there, they were like, what? You went to Vegas alone? Like, Vegas of all places? It's such a turned up place. You would want to go with your friends or a group or whatever. But no, I didn't think twice about it. Honestly, I feel like those places that are super lit, it's almost better to go alone if you're like me. And when I say if you're like me, I mean, I like to do a lot, okay? I am not a travel sleeper. You're not going to find me in the room just constantly napping. I want to be out and about. I have a jam-packed itinerary usually for every trip that I take. I want to explore. I want to taste different foods. I want to see what they have there that's different culturally. I want to turn up. I want to hit some nice rooftops. I want to just explore adventurous things, outdoor things, whatever it may be, right? And I feel like a lot of times if I'm in a place like that with other people or another person, I don't get to do that because a lot of people, especially traveling with females, you have to do a lot of waiting, okay? Whether that means, oh, I forgot this, I gotta go back to the room for that, or oh, I gotta do my hair and makeup, or oh, it takes me a while to get dressed, or oh, I tend to want to sleep in, or I need a nap, or I can't walk too much, or let's get an Uber everywhere because it's too hot out. I don't have time for that. That would have cut into hours of my trip, and honestly, I just didn't want to deal with it, okay? It was never an option in the first place to go with anyone else. But I'm just saying, for the people that have looked at Vegas as a place that they wouldn't travel alone, think again. It is a ton of fun alone, okay? So let's get into it. I made a few different talking points, and let's get started, okay? So first of all, I'm gonna give you the vibe of Las Vegas, okay? In my opinion, like I said, it makes a great solo trip, but it also makes a great like bachelorette party trip, or bachelorette trip, or bachelor, or like even like a meetup. Like let's say like friend groups have split up, you know, everyone's moved to a different state, people are at different places in their life, and it's just like a meetup place. Like this weekend, let's go to Vegas. It very much so gives energy of like carefree, okay? We're gonna have a good time. Forget how much it costs. We're not checking a bank account until we come back. Let's just
enjoy life. Like, Vegas gives you a high, okay? I was out there in a euphoric mode. Like, I was having the best time of my life. Can't stop smiling. I mean, there's so many fun things to do. Vegas is definitely a place that's like no other. And it really makes you just feel like anything is possible, okay? When they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, it's true. It's like no other place, okay? If I had to compare it to two other places, I would say it gives New York City to a certain extent. It's nothing like New York City, but it gives that like, wow, it's amazing. It's so much to do. Like, it's so big type of vibe. And the other one would be New Orleans. Like I said, nothing like New Orleans, but I would say that just because New Orleans is like such a just good energy, lots of fun, let's just have a good time type of place. So those are the only two places so far that I could compare it to. But like I said, even so, it's nothing like either one of them. It's its own vibe, okay? Next, where did I stay? I stayed at the Aria, A-R-I-A. It's one of the newer resorts out there in Las Vegas. When I say newer, I don't mean like last year, but it's newer as in a lot of the resorts or hotels out there have been there for a long time. One thing about Vegas, in their casinos are attached to the hotels and they're allowed to smoke. So if the casino is a little bit older, the ventilation isn't really up to date, and a lot of times you'll smell that smoke throughout the whole entire property. The Aria has that updated system, so you literally don't. Of course you smell it like in the area that they're doing it, but not like upstairs in your rooms and stuff, okay? The Aria was gorgeous. The displays, the property in general, the pools, the restaurants, like everything was just so gorgeous. Definitely would recommend staying there. It is a pricier hotel. I believe it's like a 4.5 star, but it's so worth it. The staff was great. Staff was helpful. Never had to call down to get extra towels or, you know, have my room cleaned. It was cleaned every single day. Every time I needed something from a staff member, directions or whatever, they were super willing and helpful and polite. The restaurant Catch, which is I believe it's an Asian themed restaurant, but to me it kind of seemed more like seafood, but it's beautiful. I have some pictures up on my Facebook and Instagram. Super gorgeous displays, very like enchanted forest type of vibe once you come in. Definitely would recommend that. Definitely, you know, on the pricier end, but you could definitely eat and not like, you know, go into debt. But yes, everything there was super nice. They have a few restaurants on the property. They have like some more chill ones, like a pizza spot, a burger spot, and then they have like other, you know, upscale ones. Just a really nice property. Totally would recommend it. It's in a pretty good location, pretty central spot on the strip, okay? Then for the last day of my trip, I booked a room at Bally's, B-A-L-L-Y-S. That's one of the older properties out there, so they did have the smoke smell issue. Wasn't as nice, wasn't as large. However, it definitely is doable. Bally's is one of those places that I could definitely see you going and staying with like a group of friends. I feel like it would be so lit with like your bachelorette tribe. Like I said, not the nicest, but it just is, it gives that like, we about to be lit in this joint. We about to just like make the best of this type of room or whatever, right? Still clean, still doable. Like I said, it wasn't like anything that you couldn't handle, but if you're looking for something more luxurious, I would say like the MGM or Park or the Venetian or the Bellagio, right? So yeah, that is that. I didn't stay at Bally's for a whole night. I stayed for 3 hours, and the only reason why I booked it was because I had a red-eye flight, so I had to check out of the Aria at 11 a.m. and I wasn't flying out until like 8:30 p.m. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go fulfill my last excursions and, you know, fill up my day. But if for whatever reason I want to take a shower before I head back to the airport, or I want to lay down for a second or get something to eat, I don't want to just be stranded out here. So I said, let me just book this room just in case. And it was a waste of money because I literally like sat down for a moment, I took a shower, I finished off my water, and I think I finished my food, and then I headed out. But it was still nice to have. I recommend that you guys do that because you just don't, it's really, really hot out there too, and you can get drained easily. You just don't want to be like stranded out there, right? All right, so next, let's talk about fun things to do. Okay, so before I plan my trips, I always look for things to do in that area. So before I went out there, I had already made reservations at Catch. I had already made reservations at Drea's Beach Club for their pool party, day party. I had already made 2 reservations for excursions. I had done so much research, okay? And I recommend that you do that because if you wait until you get out there, prices are going to be higher. And let me tell you, Vegas ain't cheap, okay? So you want to save as many coins as you can. So, Drea's Beach Club. If you did not book your ticket to their pool party, cancel your trip. Cancel your trip. Cancel your flight, cancel your hotel stay because you're missing out. Drea's Beach Club, their day party, I know they have like a night something, I'm not sure if it's a pool party, but it turns into a nightclub. But their day party is lit, okay? They have live performances. Every weekend, it's a different performer. When I went, it was Wiz Khalifa. Taylor Gang. I remember when I was in high school, I was like president of Taylor Gang, okay? I knew all his songs. I had like the Taylor Gang hoodies, the shorts. I used to wear Chucks. Like, that was my man. And I still love him to this day. He was a great performer, very engaged with the crowd, great energy. Like, Wiz, what? It was lit, okay? Even if he didn't perform, though, it was lit. The energy was great. The DJ was phenomenal, okay? The people were nice. Everyone around me was having a good time. No one had bad energy. Everyone was lit. Even people had like reserved sections with like private pools and cabanas. Even they were like letting random people come in. Like, it was just a good time. And I love that energy because nowadays you can go places and sometimes the whole vibe of the event can be ruined because people like just don't have good energy. And that place, like, that was just heaven. I was in that euphoric state I talked about earlier where it was just like, bruh, like, life is amazing. There's so much greatness to be had and so much fun to be had. And mind you, I was there alone. So just imagine if I was actually there with like my significant other or a group of friends, bruh, it would have been even more fun. Like, I can't even fathom that. So yeah, book that ticket to Drais, or I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Drais. I don't know if it's Drais or Drea's Beach Club, but yeah, do that. For me, it was the day party, but maybe the night thing will be better for y'all, okay? Also, the 2 excursions, the Grand Canyon tour that I did, which was like a 12-hour day trip to the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Also stopped at the Hoover Dam, stopped for breakfast. They had lunch for us. I actually made the video on that, so you guys go check that out. That was an amazing trip. I also did the ATV tour, which was itself 30 minutes, but from the time getting there and back, I think the whole tour might have been like 2.5 hours. Awesome, well worth it. Rode the ATVs in the desert. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Really cool course. Definitely recommend that if you're an adventurous type of person. Also, I would say just go on, like, if you're really looking to like have some fun and you don't want to miss anything, go on Eventbrite. That's a really good website to use anywhere in the US. You can find like party buses, day parties, brunches, Paint and Sips. So yeah, look on there before you leave to try and find different things that you can do. For me, I like to book everything in advance, and then once I get there, I leave like a little bit of room just in case I run into someone and they're like, hey, do this, or whatever it may be. Okay, now as far as clubbing, I'm not really a clubber, so I can't really tell you. Sometimes when I travel, I will hit a club if it's like a day party, but for me to just like look for clubs, I really don't do that. So I actually didn't club in Vegas. I did run into a guy out there who said that he had went to a few of them, and he said none of them really stood out to him. So I don't know. But I'm sure like you can just Google clubs in Vegas and look at the ratings and things like that, or ask people once you get out there if that's your thing. Okay, but overall there's a ton to do in Vegas. I mean, I literally didn't get to do everything. I didn't get to do half of everything I wanted to do. I did a lot, but there was still so much I wanted to see. They have the fountains at the Bellagio that go off every 30 minutes. I think they stop at 12 midnight. Not sure when they start. They have Fremont Street, which is like the old Las Vegas. It's apparently a lot of fun. Obviously, your hotel is going to be on the Strip unless you choose to stay away from the Strip for whatever reason, which I don't recommend. You want to be in the center of it. They have a whole bunch of shops. They have these different like they call them something centers, but basically they're like luxury shopping, a whole bunch of food spots, a whole bunch of excursions. There's just so much to do. Like, I feel like you can't do everything in even 2 trips. I feel like you would have to go to Vegas 3 times and really jam pack your schedule to even see half of what they have to see. So you will not run out of things to do in Vegas, okay? Next, let's talk about food. You know I love to eat. Okay, so it seemed to me as if Vegas had more like fast food or street food. When I say fast food, I don't actually mean like McDonald's or Wendy's. I mean like fast food. Like, okay, let me run in and get these 3 tacos and let's get back to it type of thing. And that's clearly, that makes sense because you move so fast in Vegas. 9 times out of 10, you're drunk as hell. You just want something to put on your stomach quickly. Nobody's trying to sit down and have the best luxury dinner of their life, right? Now, they do have that. They have a ton of steakhouses. I think almost every resort or hotel has a steakhouse. I had some really good barbecue out there at this place called Virgil's Real Barbecue. Of course, they have In-N-Out Burger. Love it. Every time I'm on the West Coast, I have to get In-N-Out Burger. They have a ton of nice places to eat, but for the most part, they have like a bunch of quick food. So expect that. I had some really good tacos at this place called Taco de Jalaco or something. I don't know. But anyway, they were super, super good, super cheap. I think I paid $11 for 3 of them. And that place was on the Strip right across from the Aria. All right, so next let's talk about cheap souvenirs. I don't know if you guys are like me, but everywhere I go, I have to get a shirt, I have to get a shot glass, and when I'm traveling out of the country, I have to get like some type of sculpture or artwork. So in Vegas, I found it so amazing that they have super cheap souvenirs. So there was actually a few places on the Strip that had like dollar souvenirs. There was another place that I think everything was under $10, and that place was lit because it actually was like a convenience store, a liquor store, and a souvenir shop, and their souvenirs were super nice. They had liquor on the cheaper end, and they had like a convenience store. Like, I got some chapstick, I think I got some gum. So yeah, it was really nice. That is a place that you're not gonna have to pay like $6 for a shot glass. So if you want to bring home some things, you'll be good to go. As far as transportation, Uber, I mean, I wouldn't recommend renting a car out there. Everything is pretty much valet. Everything costs, down to that $7 water bottle, okay? Everything is expensive. So I wouldn't recommend, you know, having a car that you're going to have to park. You're going to have to fill up with gas. Just Uber it on out, okay? Now, the Ubers are expensive. I had an Uber from the airport to the Aria. I believe it was like a 10-minute, maybe, yeah, it was like a 10-minute drive. It was $43. I had Ubers that were 6 minutes away that were $23. Okay. I think the cheapest Uber I paid for out there was $14. And I think that was because it was like off peak and it was like maybe 5 minutes away. But yes, you're gonna kick out some money in Ubers. I didn't even tally mine up, but I'm positive I spent over $200 in Ubers. Okay. So yes, be advised. As far as expenses, I do want to touch on that. When we travel solo, ladies and gentlemen, you know that you spend a pretty penny because you're kicking out everything alone. You're paying for the hotel or the resort alone. A lot of times they charge you extra for being alone. They don't do that in Vegas. They tend to do that at resorts outside of the country. But yeah, you're paying for that. You're paying for your transportation, your food, your flight, everything's all on you, right? So Vegas is one of those more expensive places. Okay, I would definitely say plan ahead, right? Look for those cheaper hotels, look for those cheaper flights. Don't book the first flight. Try and find things that are less expensive. Once you get there, I highly recommend that on your way from the airport, you stop at a liquor store and you get your own alcohol for the room and you get water, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I'm from the East Coast. I'm from the DMV area, and we have a lot of humidity in the summer, okay? So our heat, you can more so feel when you're getting dehydrated. You can feel when you're getting sick. I noticed that in Las Vegas, and I didn't even feel this so much in Cali, but in Las Vegas, I guess because it's like real desert, you know, it's super dry heat and you don't feel yourself getting dehydrated. You're not even gonna know until it's too late, and that's not good at all. But especially when you're traveling alone, that's not good. Okay, so you want to hydrate. Even when you feel like you're not thirsty, hydrate, especially if you're drinking. Hydrate. Okay, so make sure you get that water prior to getting to your room because it's going to be expensive elsewhere. I mean, it's going to be expensive at the liquor store, but just get it. You're going to need it. And when I say that, I mean, I went to the liquor store. I got a 6-pack of Deer Park waters. Went through them the first day. Had to go get gallons of water, okay? So it's serious. Make sure that you stop and get whatever you need for the room. I also recommend that you get a few snacks because if you're like me, sometimes in the heat, I can get a little like, you know, dizzy feeling. So have those little snacks in your clutch or your purse just in case you're out walking and you just feel like, dang, I need to put something on my stomach. You can just get very weak out there, okay? If you aren't eating right, you aren't sleeping right, because you're going to be not sleeping much. I mean, nothing ever ends out there. It's always a party. So you won't be sleeping much. You got to make sure you take care of your body, okay? And especially if you're drinking excessively. I didn't drink too much because obviously the heat, I wasn't trying to get too sick and be out there alone, right? All right, so next, let's talk about people. The people in Vegas were super nice. I don't know why I didn't expect that, but they were like really, really nice, really, really helpful, great attitude. So of course that made my trip even better. Didn't encounter one rude person. All the Uber drivers were very talkative, very nice, very, very just pleasant, great energy. I had some great conversations with my Uber drivers. And actually 2 of them told me that I made their day just from like talking to them and things like that. So yeah, they were super sweet. I really loved it. As far as safety, you know, our female solo travelers, I didn't feel unsafe at all. Obviously, there were a few sketchy people that I came across, but for the most part, I mean, one thing about traveling in big cities, I feel like a lot of people get intimidated by that. But to me, I feel like people aren't paying attention to you. Like the more that's going on around you, the more I feel like you're not the main focus, right? So I feel like sometimes that works to your benefit because it's like Las Vegas, everyone's lit. Yeah, I'm here for a wedding. Yeah, I'm here with my group of guy friends. And it's like you're just walking through the hotel alone, like ain't nobody worried about you. They're worried about their bachelorette party or their guy's trip or their wedding or whatever like that. So didn't really have any issues with that. Not to say that you shouldn't be cautious and still, you know, watch your surroundings and be vigilant and smart, because things definitely happen every day, okay? Next, let's talk about attire, okay? Now, I thought Vegas was gonna be, you know, I gotta be in heels the whole time. I gotta be decked out the whole time. And granted, you should. I mean, the ladies out there were snatched. They were gorgeous, walking all through the casino with their cute little dresses, their heels, hair done, makeup done. But for me, I guess because I was alone and I didn't really like club like that, I didn't want to do too much, right? I mean, when you walk out there, you walk, okay? So for me to be in heels, just taking these strolls, that was not gonna happen, okay? So I didn't do too many heels. I think I might have done heels one night for dinner, and even just walking through the casino in them from my room to the restaurant was a lot. So I definitely say, you know, bring really cute outfits, but I don't know if I recommend too many heels. Like, bring that pair that like it can go with a lot of different outfits, whether that be your black heels, your nude heels, or your clear heels. But I'm not gonna say it's one of those trips where you gotta really, you know, pack all those heels, because Vegas is a walk-in place, okay? And everything is just spread out. It's so hot, you get tired so easily. So yeah, but definitely bring the cute fits. If you are going to be doing any excursions, bring those comfortable fits that you don't mind getting dirty. But you definitely need to have a pair of tennis shoes that you can walk in, because whether it be you walking to meet your Uber, you walking on the strip, you do not want to just be in sandals out there at all, okay? And then last but not least, heat and drinking. I just wanted to touch on this again. Like, be careful, okay? I met this couple at Drea's pool club or whatever, beach club, and I thought the dude was fine. Like, I could tell he was lit, but I thought he was fine. And then next thing you know, like, he got up and he just could not walk. Luckily, his girlfriend was with him, but she was like struggling to keep him up. Next thing you know, I see him like hunched over on this bench, just like going through it. So I luckily was there to help. You know, I wanted to help, and I ran and got him some ice. I started packing his armpits, because that actually helps to like really cool you down when you're dehydrated or overheated. So I packed his armpits with the ice. Other people saw me helping out. They went to get water. We were like pouring water on him, putting ice on him. So it took him a while to even be responsive, but luckily we got him to kind of start responding. I was trying to get him to just like stick his finger down his throat and make himself throw up. And the thing is, out there, like, they wouldn't even let them get a taxi or Uber. Like, taxis and Ubers out there do not play. They are not letting no drunk person get in their car and throw up. So he actually had to sit out in that heat for like another few hours until he sobered up. And he wasn't nowhere near it, okay? So I stayed with him and the girlfriend for like a good probably 40 minutes, but then I ended up leaving. But I felt really bad because, you know, he was pretty trashed, and their security doesn't play. Like, they kicked him out as soon as they realized that he was too drunk. I saw another girl getting kicked out, like trying to fight the security. And then I ran into another couple at a restaurant where the guy was too drunk, and he just had like his head in his hands. His girlfriend was trying to talk him through it. They had the security in there trying to get him out of there. So guys, just be careful, whether you're alone, whether you're with a significant other, or if you're with a group. Like, stay hydrated and pace your drinking, because that heat will have you feeling it off of one shot. And you know how we start feeling good, we want more and more, but that's just not the place to be super drunk, especially if the Ubers aren't even going to try and take you inside afterwards, and you're going to be sitting out in 108-degree heat trying to sober up, okay? So have fun, but be wise about it. Because I was alone, I did most of my drinking inside of my room where it was air conditioned, and if I got too drunk, hey, I'm already safe inside my room, okay? I did have a few drinks when I was out though. But that is that, guys. Make sure your money is right when you go. Make sure you have plenty of spending money. Make sure you're prepared for the resort fees and the hold they're gonna put on your card, because they gonna hold a chunk of money. Okay, I know at the Aria, on top of me actually paying for my stay, they also held $650 once I got there, and then they also held like another certain amount for the resort fees. That's a lot of money to hold the moment you check in. Okay, I still hadn't done anything. I hadn't eaten for the stay, I hadn't bought liquor for the stay, I hadn't done anything. So you're already holding about $700 once you arrive. All right, and I don't know, it might be even more expensive at other places, or if you're staying longer than me, I stayed for 4 days. So make sure that money is right, because you don't want to be stuck out there with no money. I mean, one alcoholic beverage is going to run you between $14 and $20 some dollars. Actually, the drinks at Drais for a cup about this big, $50. $50 for a drink. Okay, so you guys get your money right. All right, and hopefully I'll be back with you guys again soon with another travel vlog, and I'll see you guys then. All right, don't forget to subscribe, comment below, like, and I'll see you later. All right, bye bye.